Wouldn't it be crazy if I started this video with a full head of hair? Not gonna happen. But I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad you're coming back for video number 4. Enable others to act. That's meaning giving them a little bit of a shove and encouraging, empowering nudge, if you will. A little higher than the hiney, right? Enabling others to act. So I am glad that you're here for video number 4 and the 4th practice of exemplary leadership. Here are the 2 commitments. Foster collaboration by building trust and facilitating relationships, and then strengthen others by increasing self-determination and developing competence. And in true form, just the way we've been doing it, let's break it down. Foster collaboration. What is collaboration? So first, cooperation is when you do your part, I do my part, and that's how it works. We continue to rotate back and forth. I give you the project, I give you the ball, you work on it, you send it back, right? We're passing the ball back and forth. Collaboration, though, is we do those parts together, where we're in the same room, in the same collaborative space. Maybe we are on the phone together, or we're in Google Drive and we're using a shared folder or shared files, shared documents. We're collaborating, doing it together. So foster collaboration by building trust. Every relationship starts with building rapport and trust. Rapport is just the beginning of a relationship, and trust is what it takes to make that relationship work. And then facilitating relationships. Facilitate, you can look at this in 2 ways. One of the things that facilitate means is to make easy. So you're going to make relationships easy. The other way to look at facilitate, it means, is to guide through a process, right? So you're not only making the relationship easy, but you're taking it through a process of trust and collaboration. So that's how we start. That's the first commitment to enable others to act. It's foster collaboration by building trust and facilitating relationships. The second commitment is strengthen others. Now, this is not about you, it's about others. Strengthen others by increasing self-determination and developing competence. Now, self-determination, that means helping others feel motivated, feel empowered, feel energetic, feel inspired. You can't motivate people. Let's start there. We cannot motivate people. People are all motivated just for their own reasons. There's no such thing as a motivational speaker. I'm tired of that nonsense. We can't motivate people. We can inspire them. We can empower them. We can encourage them. We can give them the tools, but they have to find the motivation within themselves to follow up and to follow through. You're already motivated, and you're motivated in a very different way than I'm motivated. So what motivates you? Think about that. Yeah, right now, think about that. What gets you going? Is it when you're playing music and you're doing your thing? Is it when you wake up and the first thing you do is work out and then you're getting ready for the day? What gets you going? What keeps you going? Once you figure out what motivates you, then we need to ask the question, what motivates everybody else? Because we can't motivate them. We find what already motivates them and feed it. That's how we increase self-determination. And developing competence. Competence basically means you're able to do the job. You have the ability, the capability, the talents, the skills, the genius, as we like to say it at Collegiate Empowerment, is you've got that within you. You've got the competence, right? So we foster collaboration and we develop competence. That's what it means. Now, we got another metaphor, another exercise. Every one of these videos has said something for you to do, whether it's been a close your eyes visualization, or it's been thinking about your top values, or thinking about your vision, or thinking about your challenging the process. Now it's writing. So put this video on pause if you don't have pen and paper, or pencil and paper, or marker and paper, or anything to write. Do that now. Okay, welcome back. If you're ready, get out your paper and with your dominant hand, the hand that you normally write in, just write down this sentence. This is easy for me to write. It should take only a moment, and it is easy for you to write, right? Correct? With your dominant hand, write these words down. This is easy for me to write. Nice and simple. Okay, wherever you are, even if you didn't finish the sentence, stop. That's fine. You could do that. Now, switch hands. Now, using your non-dominant hand, begin to write. This is not so easy for me to write. Don't show me. I don't even want to know what it looks like, but it probably looks like crap. Right? It probably looks pretty bad. There are a few people who are ambidextrous and they can write both hands. They can do that. Maybe you've had an accident or you broke your wrist or an arm and you had to learn to write with your other hand. But for the most part, this is pretty challenging. This is not so easy for me to write. As you're looking at that, compare it to your first writing experience. Now, here's the challenge. Now close your eyes and using your non-dominant hand, write down, this is impossible. Right? Really, if we're being honest, this is impossible. Just close your eyes and let's see if you could put the words, the letters together with your non-dominant hand with your eyes closed. This is impossible. Think about that as you're writing it down. Is it easy to do? Probably not. Right? So the whole idea behind enabling others to act is about making it easy, facilitating that relationship, moving people towards that goal. It's not about blindly leading or having them blindly follow, i.e. eyes closed, right? It's not about giving them something that they can't do or shouldn't be doing or don't know how to do. Look, there's things you can't do, won't do, shouldn't do. Don't do them. The whole idea, we like to say at Collegiate Empowerment, core genius. The whole idea of core genius is life's too short to do the things you suck at. So do what you do well. The whole point of teamwork is to entrust your team, not delegate, because that doesn't feel very good, but entrust them to do what they do really well. Sports teams do it really well. You don't see one person playing all the positions. Musicians and bands, they do it really well because you normally don't see one person doing all the work. You know, Olympic athletes and Olympic teams, it's not one person doing all the work. It's usually a group effort. That's how the country wins, any country. Any business, any great business has people set up in the right spots. So when you enable others to act, make sure people are doing their God's work, their inspired work, the great work that they do. Don't make it impossible for them to achieve the goal. Are you with me on this? It all starts with trust. You have to have the trust in yourself that you're going to do what you know how to do. You have to trust them that they're going to do what they know how to do. And we facilitate that relationship where they trust us, we trust them, and we have this symbiotic relationship, if you will, so that now when we say, oh, here's part of the goal, they're going to make a suggestion which they know they're good at, and they're going to support that goal, and you can trust them to move forward. That's what enabling others to act is all about. We must do great things together. Nobody, I'm going to go this hard, I'm going to say nobody in the world has ever achieved anything amazing alone. You think Martin Luther King Jr., he had a dream, right? But he didn't wake up and say, I have a dream! And he was standing on the steps in front of tens of thousands of people. He had to tell a few friends. And his friends probably said, oh, that's a great idea, I love it. He probably had some other people say, oh, you shouldn't do that. You're going to get killed for that. And both groups of people, those that agreed, those that disagreed, they were his family and friends. You have to say yes louder than everybody else says no. And then find the people that continue to say yes to that dream, that vision, that shared aspiration that you're a part of, and do great things together with those people. Now, I know almost every organization, every team, every club, and many times every relationship has a naysayer. They have the negative Nancy. They have that person who is going to disagree with everything that you do. Find a way to remove them. Either removing their opinion, removing their voice, or ultimately removing them from the organization. They will drag you down. If you're in a relationship where every one of your suggestions gets shot down, but for no good reason, not for good reason, but for no good reason, then you're probably in the wrong relationship. It's okay to get shot down if you're getting shot down for a good reason, right? If your significant other, your friend, your teammate says, please don't jump out of a plane without a parachute. Make sure you get that parachute packed appropriately and have a backup parachute. That's okay. I know you're with me on this. So do great things together. Here are the behaviors. Foster cooperative relationships. So you've got to have relationships where you do your part and they do their part, right? And that's where the trust comes from. Next is actively listen to diverse viewpoints. Check in and ask everybody, what they're feeling. You don't have to honor everybody's opinion. You just have to appreciate it. You don't have to agree with it, just have to appreciate it. It's good to get those viewpoints. Treat others with respect. You've probably heard the phrase, treat others the way you want to be treated. Doesn't always work. It's great to teach our kids, treat others the way you want to be treated. Don't spit on others if you don't want to be spit on. But it doesn't always work because let's say I'm a huggable, lovable kind of guy. And I love hugging, and I love being hugged, and you hate touching people. If I came up and I approached you with a big hug, how are you going to feel? Like I'm invading your space, breaking your privacy, maybe making you nervous. So instead of just treating people the way you want to be treated, which works many times, don't forget to treat others the way they want to be treated. Have some respect. Support decisions that other people make. Again, you don't have to agree with every decision, but you can support how they made the decision, or if you were in their shoes, you would have made a similar decision. But find a way to support, at least encourage, I'm so grateful that you decided to make this decision. It might not work for us, but I'm glad that you're thinking this way, that kind of thing. Give people choice about how they do their work. I've got on my desk, I'm looking at it right now, you cannot hold people responsible if you supervise their methods. Stephen R. Covey, he wrote the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is his quote. I've got it on my desk. I love it. You cannot hold people responsible if you supervise their methods. Give people choice about how to do their work. Lastly, provide leadership opportunities for others. Let others step up. Great leaders create other leaders. That is the whole idea behind enabling others to act. So first, we model the way. Then we inspire a shared vision. And then we challenge the process. And then we enable others to act as we challenge the process. We give people that initiative. We experiment. We take risks. We learn from our mistakes. We fail forward fast through challenging the process. And then we encourage people. We enable them. We give them what they need to do their best work. That wraps up video number 4. I will see you for the 5th and final video of the Student Leadership Challenge. I'm Joe Urbanski, Collegiate Empowerment, signing out.